Here we go, this is my 1976 RD400C, just done 30,000 miles. As you can see, I've done a little bit of work on the front discs, and you often hear people talking about the old brakes binding. Well, I've had it a couple of times and I've just been out for a ride. The bike's nice and warm. If I get hold of my wear tags, I can move that one, the one on the back, nice and loose. Disc brake's slightly warm. If I go to the back, here's the back ones. Get down here. Now this brake was binding a little while ago. Wear tag, nice and loose. Slight warmth where I've used it. Other tag, nice and loose. And I think that's how they really should be. Most brake binding is caused by the tiny little hole in the master cylinder getting blocked. Inside there's a tiny little hole which should allow the pressure after you've used the brakes to release back through. If that hole's blocked, these pads are going to stay locked on the wheel. Things will get hotter, and as things expand and get hotter, the brake will get tighter and tighter, and you will come to a dead stop. And that's exactly what's happened to me a couple of times, and I've had to take the master cylinder off and poke that little hole out. It's only about 1/2 millimeter, but it can be a real nuisance. None of this, you don't need to do all this big stripping down and buying seals and all that. It's not the problem. There you go. And I've done 30,000 miles now. Here we have the front and rear master cylinders of an RD400. Just to show you this little hole, if I turn the rear master cylinder, it might not be easy to see inside, but there's the big hole on the right, and if you look to the left, there's a tiny little hole there. And when the brakes are used and you release the pressure from the brake, the system allows the pressure relief to come back through that hole, and that hole has to be unblocked. And it's very easy for old brakes, for little crusty bits, to get in there. And from here it looks quite big, but actually the base of the hole is even smaller. And I've done mine with a needle. I've put a needle into the hole, it won't go through, held a pair of pliers, give it a good shove, and then waggle around, and you'll feel the crustiness break away. And it can actually be done on the bike if you think you've got a problem, and you can test it and find out. See, the front master cylinder has got exactly the same, but it's a bit more tricky to find. You take this cover off, the plastic, and well, I'll take the whole thing off. Well, no, if I take that one off first and take this rubber out, you look down inside, you'll see that you can see the big hole. But if you actually take this one off, revealed is the tiny little hole right in the middle, and that hole is the same on the front brake. It's got to be clear. It's got to be clear to let the pressure come off the brake, so you will move. If that hole isn't clear and you're riding and the pads are binding on the brake just slightly, everything gets hot and it'll slow you down and bring you to a halt. And I've had it a couple of times, and I've simply cured it by cleaning that hole out. No other no all bits and bobs and cleaning pistons and things. Just a bit of new oil and clean that hole out. I hope this helps somebody, although some people will probably write this wrong.